Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Let's talk about Soundhound AI sound stock. Buyers stepped in today. This is what I've been waiting for. I told you guys, hey, we might see some buyers. We might see some buyers soon. It's holding up here, but I would still be cautious. I did add a position here in after hours at 598 because I figured, you know what, the best time to add would be in after hours. Not during the day, because you never know. Maybe during market hours it decides to dump. But if we zoom in on the charts here, you'll notice buyers step in pretty big, especially down here at 548. I told you guys, like somewhere around 5, we were going to see buyers step in. It can't keep going lower. Like at some point, it's going to bounce. So I added here in after hours at 598. And I did alert it in the premium Discord. In the other Discord, I'm going to alert some other stock. But yeah, 598. If we break, let me pull up the daily chart. Yeah, so let me just show you something here on the smaller time frames. You'll notice on the smaller time frames, you notice anything? Okay, so we dump and we just keep dumping. Buyers step in, but we just keep going lower, keep going lower. Buyers step in, we keep going lower. Today was the first day where buyers stepped in, selling pressure stepped in, pushed us down, and then selling pressure just they tried, they tried, they tried to they tried to take control of the price action. They did, you can tell. You know, we would have this run up. Look at that selling, selling, selling. Look at all this selling, and even then, we still kept going. So, in my opinion, right now is a good time to add a position, but don't go big. Not yet. This is not the time to go big, so to speak. It is still possible it goes down lower. But let me just let everyone know in the Discord, hey guys, congratulations. We're about to make some easy money here. It's all about being patient, guys. I've been pounding the table on being patient. But yeah, uh, let's switch to the daily chart for you guys. So we've been waiting for that change in price action. We've been waiting for buyers to take control. We know shorts are in this. So like I said, there's a high chance that we get a squeeze. But short sellers buy back in, plus buyers stepping in as well. We could see this go up as far as 634. If we break that, we can go back up. Yeah, we can close this little gap here and possibly go back to 7 plus. Like it wouldn't take much. Just like it wouldn't take much for us to come down $2.50. It wouldn't take much for us to go back up there. Like I said in one of my previous videos, the RSI was starting to cool down. Where's the RSI? I rarely use RSI. You know what's funny? If we look at the volume was pretty low. It's still pretty low, 40 million compared to the previous days, 80 million, 90 million, 118 million, 173 million, 92 million. Look at these low volume days over here. 40 million volume just today. So on low volume, buyers took control. But the RSI was also, like I mentioned, I don't really use RSI either, but the RSI was already, it's cooled down from up here at 90, came back up to 70 plus, and now we're down here at 50. Like I said, it's possible it still comes down a little more and hits the 30 range. Usually when it hits the 30 range, that's when we get our bounce. So you can wait for that if you want, but I added a position here, not a crazy, not big. If I add big, it's going to be down here. So I added a position here in after hours. Let me just show you guys real quick. Oops. I don't know why it's doing this. Come on, Discord. Where's the Discord? There we go. Sound added in after hours at 598 for a swing at everyone. So, and they're asking me questions, so I need to address that soon. But right now I'm in the middle of a video. Like I said, stocks like this, especially an AI stock with so much potential, regardless of the short report, I don't care what the short report has to say. I don't care. If we look at the long term on the monthly, what do you see? You see higher lows and higher highs over the long term. That is what you want to be trading. That is what you want to be swing trading, day trading, scalping. I don't care what your strategy is, long term investment. The best kind of stocks to trade are always, 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 even invest. The best kind of stocks to invest, it's stocks that keep going up over the long term, right? Like Nvidia, SPY. You want to buy things that just keep creating higher highs and higher lows over the long term. And Soundhound, you can tell just by looking at it. I'm not going to say it's the beginning of, of its long-term uptrend, like Nvidia's chart that I just showed you, but it's looking like it. It's looking like this is the beginning of, hey, we are just going to keep creating higher highs, higher lows over the long term. Again, this is the monthly chart, right? We're talking about the monthly chart. And since we're looking at the monthly chart, don't expect things to just run up like crazy. We're looking at monthly candles here. Some people forget these are monthly candles, not daily, not hourly, monthly candles. So it could take a couple months before we make our next big move. But again, AI stock, a lot of potential. Nvidia didn't. We know Nvidia didn't invest in this just for funsies. Like, hey, let's just throw some money at it, and we'll flip it when it goes to $10. Like, no, that's they're in it for the long term, and we know that, and we know there's so much potential here with AI. So I'm in it now. I just added, like I said, in after hours. I usually add in after hours because I want to see how the candle closes on that daily chart, and I like that. I like the close of that candle. That's the first green one in a while. Um, but like I said, I could see it still coming down to 5 and under, and the RSI hitting the 30s range, and that's where I'll add the bigger position. That is my game plan. I literally just told you my game plan. Like I added some here, guys, but I'm also gonna add big if it comes down here, and I will look to sell at around 650 and 750. Those are my targets. Let me add sell target 1, and up here I'll add sell target 2. So maybe let's say it hits 650. I'll sell my first maybe half a batch here and then the other half up here. Or you could just sell at the first target or hold and sell at the second. I don't know. It's everyone's strategy is different. Um, but other than that, yeah, I don't. Everything's looking good here. And all it took was what? Being patient. Let's look at the MACD before I let you guys go. Okay, the MACD hasn't curled up yet. The exponential moving averages don't have any significance here other than maybe, I think, maybe the 50. Let's see how the 50 behaved in the past. I wouldn't put too much weight on the 50, but it might act as support up here since it's kind of all coming together, right? It's kind of funny how everything's coming together down here. All right, guys, that is it for the video. I don't think there were any PRs today. Soundhound, let me check if there's any PRs. I don't think so. I think we're just moving off of price action here. Oh, Japan for as Soundhound AI. Okay, whatever. Nope, nothing significant today. That's good. I know there are some people who just want PRs every day. They just want the stock to run every day. They just want to go straight up, straight up. But the reality is, you want brief, quiet periods. You want periods where there's no PRs, no news. It comes down nice and cheap, and then no one wants it. Kind of like down here, no one wanted it when it was under $2, but no one wanted it when it was trading between $1 and $5 down here. No one wanted it. But the moment Nvidia invested in it, holy crap, did it double. Instead of only touching $5 and then getting rejected and coming back lower, it went to 10. This might be the new floor here. We bounce between 5 and 10 now, instead of just bouncing between 1 and 5 or 150 and 5. So let's switch to the weekly. Maybe there's a cleaner. Yeah, there's the clean sideways action here. You'll notice back when people didn't want it, it was just trading sideways here. Nvidia jumped in and everyone was like, oh my god, let's jump in too. So, oh, and the weekly support I believe is here. So I'm not surprised we're holding up here at the weekly support. This is weekly support right here at 581. So maybe it's no surprise that buyers are stepping in here as well. Like I said, everything just seems to be lining up. All right, so PRs, as amazing as they are, because they help the stock price move. It's a good thing when there aren't that many. Let it when it's nice and quiet and no one wants it. That's when we buy. All right, guys, that's it for the video. As always, like, subscribe. I will see you guys in the next one.